to start. Okay, we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, now. Alright, so Scurty, what is this run? What are we gonna watch today?
Ocarina of Time Master Quest, all dungeons, and 2 pauses.
Nice. So what's this all about?
So you may be familiar with the vanilla version that Mubsy did. I think 2 versions, 2 pause and 1 pause. This is the Master Quest version. And the goal is to beat the entire game, all the dungeons with the least amount of pauses. And 2 is pretty much required for this run, and I will explain later why. But for now, you can't do it in 1 pause.
Yeah, and for anyone who's not very familiar with low pause runs like this, so low pause is just there's a lot of like weird challenge categories in Ocarina of Time because we can do so much with this game that we kind of make up these weird self-imposed challenges that kind of forces you to think creatively on how to figure out how to make things work. And so one of the more common ones is two pause or low pause, I guess. Trying to beat the game with the lowest amount of pauses, kind of similar to like Ocarina. No, Super Mario 64 low A press. If you guys are familiar with like Super Mario 64 low A press, it's kind of similar to that where in Mario like A press is your jump. It's kind of the most basic thing in the game. In this game, um, like a very important function is the pause screen for selecting items, and so restricting your pauses severely restricts the items you can use. And so essentially the whole idea behind this is like how uh, how can you beat the game with such so many item restrictions, being able to barely pause at all. And there have been a handful of these runs done for regular Ocarina of Time, but I don't think there's been any like no doors or or low pause or anything like that done for Master Quest. So as far as I'm aware, this is the first Master Quest one. For those not aware, Master Quest has redesigned dungeons, so the dungeons have different puzzles and stuff, but all the overworld stuff is the same, and all same general mechanics as regular Ocarina of Time. So it's still lots of regular Ocarina of Time tricks, but we'll have to figure out different ways to make use of them to beat the game in the fewest number of pauses possible.
And the run does share some similarities with Mubsy's run, but a lot of it's different too.
Yeah, a lot of the like item requirements are specifically in dungeons, and the dungeons being different is going to make some of the requirements different. And we have a fantastic start.
I wanted to remind viewers visually that this is a LOTAD in case they can't read or see.
I see. And yeah, this is no SRM, I assume, right?
Yeah, no. Well, I guess technically you could do SRM. I don't think it's like against the Lopez rules, but the way our inventory is set up with equips, I don't think we could do it anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, this is no SRM.
So yeah, this is gonna be a pretty basic start, pretty standard. Collect rupees, collect sword and shields.
And I guess one other thing I should mention is that I used GZ to make this. I did not use casting tools, so I did not have access to scripting equipment for like side hops or frame perfect test spot smashing.
Yeah, I guess
So
that's
that's
another.
why you'll see. Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably another good thing to talk about is GZ. So GZ is a mod tool with like lots of important tools for like practicing and testing stuff, and also with tools for making a macro inside the ROM itself. And it's not only made for regular OOT, but and Master Quest being a GameCube only game kind of makes it weird, but a Master Quest GZ version was made, and so we can actually like play this on Wii VC, with the GZ tools, and this is how this was made by using GZ macro tools. And hey, we're not buying the shield. How interesting.
No, we're not. We are going to do a trick that we haven't seen in a while. It was in Mubsy's run. Item list received.
Oh man. So here's a fantastic trick. So we want to get out of the forest, but we don't want to pause. And this rock will be the one thing that helps you get out of the forest without pausing. So there's many different ways to escape the forest early, and there is only one way that does not involve any items whatsoever, and it is this one.
Yeah, and I want to get 2 items outside the forest before my first pause. So I want to leave without items.
And there it is. So if you get in a very precise position and throw the rock, talk to the guard and have the rock move Link as he's talking to the guard, it'll push him through and let you escape without any items.
I also just want to say how easy that trick was to do with Jolin's setup. He did a really good job explaining what to do for that setup.
Yeah, thanks for calling it easy, because I was just about to call it the most precise trick in the game.
It is. It's
But
like
yeah, it is.
Down to 1/10,000.
Yeah, it is an insanely precise trick. Probably the most precise trick in the game, or at least in the highest tier of precision for any trick. But even ridiculously precise things like that can still have setups. And so that was just a very long setup for it.
Yeah, and because this isn't a task, I will be doing setups for a lot of tricks.
Yeah, so again, this is a LOTAD, so like this is essentially basically human play, but using save states and stuff to do the really hard stuff that otherwise probably wouldn't be possible in a real run.
A human probably could do this if you change the rules to be a low equip category. There is just way too much stuff in this run that requires pause buffering for a human to do a low pause.
Yeah.
The time for this run is under 2.5 hours.
Yeah, just heading over to Kakariko first thing. Without sword or Deku sticks means no jump slash west, so the next best alternative is this. Nice little side hop west.
And time of day is slightly important, so I did need to do that.
Yeah, even though it looked kind of slow, that does dodge an owl. There's an owl there that wants to talk to you, but he can't talk to you while you're ESSing. And now, Cocoa Collection, everyone's favorite part.
I didn't spend too long resetting over this, but I did try and make it at least a little bit decent. I like to use the running carpenter coming out of the graveyard entrance as a cue to see if the first 4 Kodos were good, and I didn't see him at all.
Yeah, I use that same cue. Scurty is the one who made this, but this is not live. This is a recording. This is a... It was an input file being played back, but now it's a video recording. But yeah, this was made by Scurty.
And because we don't have sword or any or Deku nuts, we have to wait for this Cucco to start moving.
And there's Bottle, one of the most important items in the game.
That item is required for adult, and it's a quality of life improvement for a child.
That targeting the sign is just another thing to dodge the owl there, because you can't talk to Link while Link's targeting a sign. What were you gonna say?
In this run, I buy a lot of stuff. I think I calculate it to be like 210 rupees I use. So you'll see me getting rupees a lot.
Oh no,
and
you
I
fell off.
Yeah, I tried to side hop to the ground. It would be a lot faster than swimming down here, but you just barely miss.
How much faster are you walking backwards? So the advantage of backwalking isn't necessarily that it has a higher top speed, but that its top speed is constant compared to rolling. So rolling actually has the same top speed as backwalking, but rolling there's a speed up. You speed up to your top speed, stay at top speed, and then slow back down. And backwalking just doesn't have to go through the like startup and slowdown. So it's hard to say exactly how much faster backwalking is than rolling. The general rule of thumb is that for more than 4 rolls you want to backwalk, but less than 4 rolls you want to just roll, or 4 rolls or less. So when it's like long stretches going across Hyrule Field like this, backwalking is a lot better. Yeah,
and I took that roundabout way to skip that owl.
Yeah, there's another owl there. So you have to like go in a big circle. And yeah, side ops are technically faster, but only if you do them perfectly, and also only as child. Alright, so now Gerudo Valley.
This is another trick that Jolin made. What's that up for?
Oh, wait a second. I've seen this trick before, but I haven't seen this version of it. I haven't seen an itemless Cucco Jump.
This one's also precise. I don't know if it's as precise as the itemless escape, but it's up there. And Link is tired from all that backpacking, so just give him a rest.
Is this to
the
like...
real reason is those guards right there were looking at me.
Oh my god.
Catch me if I went right away.
Yeah, so Cucco Jump is like a super old trick. It's like one of the first like big tricks found in OOT. But doing that, you're supposed to use a jump slash with sword to get over the fence. So like doing that without a jump slash, like completely no items, that's ridiculously precise and very cool. I didn't even know that was possible until right now.
And one of the main differences between Master Quest and Vanilla is that in Master Quest, you are able to get bomb chews without any items.
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, so the main place we get bomb chews in regular OOT is Bomb of the Well, which is a dungeon, which means it's different in Master Quest. So there are no bomb chews in Bomb of the Well in Master Quest. But there are in Gerudo Training Grounds, and not only are they in Gerudo Training Grounds as child, but they are very conveniently in the first room. And then also there, to even get into Gerudo Training Grounds as child, you can go up to the upper area of Gerudo Fortress and side hop down while hugging the ceiling. You like get stuck to the ceiling so that the lower area is unloaded and the gate is unloaded, so you can get into Gerudo Training Grounds. Grab those chews right at the start, and now we have explosives. And still gonna keep going through the desert, gonna go all the way to Spirit Temple. You can, there's a gate here, but you can climb this ladder and side hop over to the side to walk on this area out of bounds, and then side hop back in, skip the gate.
So even though we don't have anything equipped, we can still learn songs. So that's where we're going right now.
Yeah, go learn Requiem from the Spirit Temple. And then nothing really stopping you from going through desert. Normally you'd need either hover boots or long shot for the first part, but you can just backwalk over the sand, like if you're if you backwalk right over the very edge of it. And then the second part, obviously no need for lens if you just know the path. Cool inverted cam.
I wish I used inverted cam more during the run because I backwalked a lot.
Yeah, so here in Desert Colossus is just gonna go straight to Spirit Temple and just need to learn Requiem. Oh? Oh, taking damage?
Yep. I do want to die afterwards. I think it would be technically a little bit faster to get these bomb twos on my net stripped spirit, but I just got them now.
Yeah. But it is another cool change in Master Quest having Spirit Temple have bomb chews like right at the start.
So this run went through a few revisions, and early on, like one of the first drafts, I did need those bomb chews. So that's probably why I got them for this run. Even though technically 5 would be enough. And because we already were going to Gerudo Training Grounds for bomb shoes anyway, we might as well go Spirit and Plum Requiem, so we have a warp song to get back here later.
Yeah, this is really useful for adult getting back here, because going through Fortress as adult's a lot worse than child. I don't think adult can get through Fortress without equipping anything, right? Or maybe. It depends on equips, I guess.
It can do anti-grav. It can do anti-grav.
Okay, yeah. Oh no.
Because we can't pause, we need to death warp to leave. We're actually trapped in Colossus because you cannot get back through Gerudo Fortress as child.
Yeah, it's the only way out. Only way out is death. Oh, I was getting excited for buying the shield. Oh, there it is.
It's a little bit faster by stits first.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because skipping one of the like transitions into the buying phase. Oh, and there's pause 1. 6 bottled shoes and Kukuri sword. And shield. Pause
So
count
equipping
1.
sword was very important, which I'll explain later, but just keep that in the back of your head that sword was equipped and needed to be equipped.
Yeah, so there's a cool little escape you can do there by jump slashing right where the stone meets the water there. You can clip into it and get to Zora's River early. And then a Mega Flip into Zora's Domain, skipping the waterfall, or Mega Slide Hop. Both work.
In my first draft of the run, I actually did Cutthroat Jump because the route was too perfect. So that saved a lot of time.
Oh. Oh, this is a cool trick. Nice. You want to explain that?
I think the reason that works is because when you jump slash with a burning stick, you don't get recoil. If you just try that normally, you'll recoil off the wall. So I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that's what it's for.
Yeah, when you jump slash that wall, Link kind of clips into it for a frame, but then the normal sword recoil would push you back out, but there's none of that with the burning stick, so you just go through it.
So the first room, Jabu, needs a slingshot for the cow.
But you don't have slingshot equipped.
I do not.
Okay, yeah, so this is the first use of quick put away. So it's kind of a complicated thing. If Link is holding a Deku stick and then you try to put it away, and then you get hit 1 frame later to interrupt it, Link will still have the Deku stick in his hand, but but the game will interpret it as him putting it away. And then if you jump slash with the stick and have it break, it'll do a weird glitch damage, which has a bunch of different damage properties for a bunch of different items. And one of them is slingshot. So it can do slingshot damage. It can also do like boomerang damage, ice damage, fire damage. It's got a lot of really cool properties. And that's how it hit the cow in the first room, because the cow is supposed to only react to slingshot, but it also will react to quick put away damage. And then in Jabu, you kind of do this in reverse of how you would do it in vanilla. And the boomerang is actually in this room. You just gotta kill all the enemies in this room to get this chest, which is the boomerang.
Yeah, there's some dungeon in Master Quest where the dungeon item is very close to the beginning.
Yeah, and Master Quest Jabu is infamous for being weird because of cows. It just kind of sticks cows everywhere as switches. And go ahead.
That was also quick put away, but a different version. That was the one where you pressed A 2 frames before slowly walking on the ledge.
Yeah, so now he has quick put away damage stored, so he'll be able to use it as like a slingshot alternative.
It would have saved me about 5 seconds to get hit here, but I didn't want beeping for like 5 minutes.
Nice. The stick is so tall, it just instantly hits it.
Yeah, it's nice.
And then more bomb shoes. So I guess we're done with this trip for Jabu and just getting out of here for now.
Yep, we just came here for boomerang and bomb shoes.
Yeah, the quick put away damage thing does also work in vanilla OOT. All the base mechanics in Master Quest are the same as in vanilla. It's only inside the dungeons that are different. The only Master Quest specific glitches are glitches specific to like how the dungeons work in Master Quest. No mechanical glitches. Oh, it looks like it's time to hover. Oh boy.
I think we can all agree this is better than hovering up from the Oasis.
Yeah, at least there's no gways involved in this, or at least they aren't the primary hovering method, I assume.
Right.
Yeah, for anyone that hasn't seen the regular OOT, all dungeons in 2 pause, does this hover, but as adult, and it has to use gways to hover. So you just have to wait for, there's like a bunch of gways flying around at a Colossus, and you have to just wait for them and hover off of them, and it's very time consuming and tedious.
And because I'm not testing this, I unlock my camera every like third hover, so just so I can see better.
Nice. And here's Mirror Shield.
So getting Mirror Shield as child is not possible in vanilla because, well, if you want to keep the pause count the same, it's only possible in Master Quest because we can get bomb shoes before the first boss.
Yeah, in vanilla OT, there's just not enough bomb shoe sources that you can get with only one pause that, you just don't have enough bomb shoes available to you to actually get up there to do that hover.
Now, in hindsight, if you remember back in Jabu, that light got killed, dropped the red rupee. I really wish I had that red rupee right now.
Wow, you mean this isn't optimal?
Sadly, no. I already saved 10 minutes over the first draft. Yeah, I want 40 rupees.
Avoid Midas house. Bomb bag. Aw. Boring Midas house. Bad
Vanilla
seed.
seed.
Vanilla seed, yeah. No, Baronade has not been killed. We just went into Jabu and left. So, I guess that's probably one thing good to mention about, like, sort of the structure of this run. Similar to that like we just went into Jabu and got Boomerang and left, and also just went to get Mirror Shield at Spirit and left. So because we're so restricted on pausing, there's a heavy emphasis on getting the items you need and then getting a bunch of items you need at once without pausing, and then once you have all the things you need, then you can pause and equip your stuff and then go actually do the things you need. Because equipping Boomerang right now might not be worth it when you might need to equip it again later. Like, you need to equip Boomerang to be Baronade, but do we need to equip Boomerang overall right now? When you could maybe go back to Jabu later with Boomerang equipped. Oh, and I just noticed the 20 stick upgrade. That's interesting. Do you need that many sticks?
That will come into play later, about halfway into the run. But for now, just keep that in the back of your head. I got the 20 stick upgrade for some reason.
Interesting. Alright, there's a cool little cutscene skip here. If you leave right as you blow up the wall, it skips the cutscene. Seems like it's extra useful. It seems like it's extra useful considering you don't even want to go beat DC right now.
Yeah, DC's meant to be as adult anyway.
Out of curiosity, is that a cutscene pointer issue?
No.
Or is that because of... Oh, so it's not because of cutscene pointer stuff?
No.
Okay, never mind. Oh no, Zero choose.
Like I said, we do need a lot of rupees in this run.
And Highland Shield is really important because if you have Highland Shield, it gets auto-equipped as adult. Now I guess it's time to end the child section.
Yep, we got the most important items that we need. Nothing else to do in child. Mirror Shield does not auto-equip. Even if you don't have Hylian Shield and only have Mirror Shield, the game doesn't equip it.
Yeah, the way the auto equips work when becoming adult is it'll always equip bombs on C down, and then if you have them, it'll equip Ocarina on C right and Deku Nuts on C left. And then if you have Highland Shield, it'll equip it. And then obviously Master Sword. Yeah, I think Rando has Mirror Shield auto equip.
Yeah, it would be kind of strange if it got Mirror Shield and I wasn't ever going to equip it. So I think that's a fair bet to say that will be equipped.
So yeah, now everyone's favorite cutscene.
And I guess I should mention that in the vanilla all dungeons, Mubsy warp sand out of Temple Time. But we already have Mirror Shield, so we don't want to do that.
Yeah, 'cause in
Even though it looks like the door is still there.
yeah, in original OT all dungeons 2 pause, you want to go straight to Spirit, but I guess we don't have to in this with already having Mirror Shield. So what will you do? I think I know.
Not sure. Maybe the run is over here. Can't get out.
Yeah. Yeah, because the door time is solid on both sides, unlike most things in this game. So can't just walk out. Oh no. So yeah, this is the only way out of Temple of Time is dying. Whip out of bounds, die, so you can save warp. So where are we going to first?
We're going to the Dodongo's Cavern.
Oh, so that makes sense why you blew up the wall now.
Yes, because we don't have strength.
Yeah, no strength and no explosives since 0 bombs. So he'd be stuck in the front room of Dodongo's Cavern if you didn't blow up the wall. Yeah, and cool Z-slide.
Yeah, I don't do that again. I just did it once. Since
Yeah.
that's a real common place to use it.
Fun little thing about Z-sliding, the reason it's useful there is because when doing a Z-slide, you don't lose speed when going up a slope, because you know normally if you go up a slope you have like some horizontal and some vertical speed, so you're not moving horizontal at the same speed you would on flat ground. But on with Z sliding, that's not the case. You still have your full horizontal speed. So that's why it saves time going up slopes like that. Yeah, here in Dodongo's Cavern, with the walls already blown up. And so a really cool thing about Master Quest Dodongo's Cavern is that the bomb bag is much easier to get to. As in, it's literally just on this ledge. No need for any hookshot jump or any shenanigans like that. It's just right there. So in the actual Master Quest, like the intended way, you are supposed to get that, you know, not that early, but with being adult, you can just climb up there. Very easy.
Yeah, Master Quest was kind enough to give us an elevator switch right at the beginning.
Yeah, you go through Dodongo's Cavern in a much different way in Master Quest, where you're actually intended to go to the top pretty early on. Dang, I was hoping you were gonna mega flip off that. That would have been cool. This is cool
I think
anyway.
you're a bit too far away.
Yeah. Yeah, you can mega flip into Dodongo's head here without lighting the eyes. And then you can do this precise jump to open the door and get into the head early. And then the way to open the boss door is just the switch up here. And there's another benefit to adult. Adult can just grab the ledge up there, while child would have to go all the way around or hover up. No, a child cannot ground jump up that ledge. It's still too high even for a child ground jump. Again, you can hover up, but yeah, no ground jump.
In hindsight, I wish I made this fight a little bit more interesting. With like throwing a bomb off a wall, doing a ground jump, and
Yeah,
the
how'd you not do
bomb.
that, dude?
I forgot. Orange strats. Yeah.
So you actually got the heart container, so is health going to be important?
Yeah, for one part in the run. Otherwise, you could skip them.
Yeah. This cutscene's nice as adult. Max him through the head.
And it's kind of unfortunate how many cutscenes we have to watch because our equips just aren't right for cutscene skips.
Yeah, makes sense. And this part's nice as adult. The child screaming voice. Alright, done with that. I assume we're going to graveyard?
Yep. One pit stop before then.
Oh. I wonder what this could be for.
This item is very important, even though we never actually use it. Keep that in the back of your head.
Yep, it's egg. Alright, time for the old Shadow early setup.
Sure, if anybody ever did this setup, because I kind of see up the angle here.
Nice.
But yeah, it's the same thing pretty much.
So yeah, for those who haven't seen that, you super slide off a piece of grass, and without strength, Link can't pick up the grass, and he actually gets teleported back to the grass when he tries to pick it up, like when you let go of the super slide. But it doesn't change his height, and so if you also have ISG on, then he'll keep the height from going up the slopes, get warped back to the grass, and then be in the air, and then you can just walk around the edge up to Shadow Temple. And you can also get over the loading trigger that loads the torches and the door, so there's no door here, so you can just walk in. And so Shadow Temple...
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
In Master Quest, there's a small key door that we need a key for.
Yeah, Master Quest actually has a lot more obstacles in the way before getting Hover Boots. Hover Boots is actually in the same location, but you have to do a lot more to get to it. You have to come down here for this one key. And then there's a few things in the room before Dead Hand they need to get past. And there's also a bombable wall here.
And normally you need Song of Time for right here. You can't see it, but there is a Song of Time block behind there.
Yeah, there's two different obstacles here. There's a Song of Time block here, and then also a switch that you would normally need to hit with slingshot or bow. Or specifically bow as adult, I guess. So yeah, you can do that out of bounds clip with a bomb to skip the Song of Time block. And then there's white blocks here. And you can mega flip past it by mega flipping off the fire. Because in that room there's the eye switches that shoot fire. And you can actually mega flip off those. Nice dead hand fight. Considering that was a terrible spawn, that was really well managed.
Yeah, you don't want that spawn when you're playing the game. So we don't actually need hover boots, we just want the chest.
Cool. Yeah, you can mega flip clip out of bounds there and land in this unloaded room. This room right here is the room before the boss room. The boss door is right off to the left side right here. And now right in front of him. And you can do a ledge clip here. And clip right into the boss room.
And no quick bond or kill because this is not 1.0 or 1.1.
Yeah, Master Quest is specifically 1.2. Or technically it's like a modified version of 1.2, but yeah. No 1.0 or 1.1 exclusive stuff. And this fight's weird with no projectiles. Just gotta get ISG and run into the hands. Alright, so that's second dungeon done.
Yeah, we have to watch this cutscene too.
Yeah, at least this one is one of the shorter ones. Yeah, this medallion cutscene does crash this child. This part, you can get past with this part, but once it would try to load Graveyard again, the game would crash if your child. Nice little Hess out of here.
I thought about this after the fact, but I think it would be faster to go around Lon Lon the other way. I do that on the return trip, but
Is this going over to Gerudo Valley? Actually, you know what? I think it is faster this way. I think I timed it for like some super old route. Oh wait, you're going to Lake Hylia, okay.
I do both on this run, so
Okay.
one of
Yeah,
them
actually,
the
going to Lake
faster way.
Hylia, I'm not sure, yeah. What's considered a pause is when you press the pause button. Some RNG manip for some bombs. A little clip there. You can the curve the curved surface of the house lets you clip into it by if you like squeeze part of Link's body into it, and then there's a little hole in the ground you can use to get out of bounds. And they can use this to just swim in the out of bounds water into Water Temple. Because the out of bounds water extends all the way around the lake, even while it's at the low point.
Unfortunately for Water Temple, we don't get to see much of it. You can pretty much, unless you're doing 100% or glitchless, you pretty much always just go straight to Morpha.
Yeah, nothing else really required in here. Do a quick hover over here. Are you still able to do the famous Master Quest boss key skip?
You'll see.
Oh, we gotta do the hover. Oh?
So this is obviously slower, but it's more fun.
I see. I approve. So yeah, Master Quest has a famously silly boss key skip there where you just get on the pillars, which are intended to be there. You just slide hop jump slash to skip the boss key. The easiest trick in the game. Anyone can do it. But yeah, that boss key skip could have been done faster by just using a ground clip method that original OOT uses a lot. But you know, for the fans, going off the fun way.
That'd be no fun.
And now Morpha, speaking of no fun, Morpha without hookshot is terrible. You have to kind of just manipulate Morpha to bounce around in the water, climb up the pillar, and then like quickly hit Morpha.
I always thought when Morpha was inside the tentacle, you couldn't hit Morpha, but apparently you can.
Yeah. Okay, but all things considered, that was a pretty good fight. Yeah, that fight can be pretty bad if Morpha doesn't cooperate. And if you don't know what you're doing.
And even though my health is low here, the heart container wasn't needed for this fight.
So just run straight in.
And this is one of the longer cutscenes.
Yeah, this is unfortunate that we can't skip it.
But I guess I could talk about a cool strat. So, if it were possible to have Deku Stick equipped before entering Water Temple, you can go up to that Triforce in the first room that raises the water up all the way. Get Quick Put Away up there. Get ISG off the Triforce. Side hop down. Do the hover across. And with QPA and ISG, you can actually freeze the blades in the room as you walk up. It's really cool.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Yeah, we didn't actually talk about that. The blades in the room before Morpha's room in Master Quest are really hard to get past. Like you're you're essentially not supposed to get past them in Master Quest. You're supposed to long shot past them with the hookshot pillars. But in most runs, we're not gonna have long shot. Most Master Quest runs don't have long shot there. And so actually getting past those floor raisers without the long shot is surprisingly tricky. That's why you saw him like kind of wait for a second in front of them, because you have to like wait for a specific cycle.
Yeah, the top two blades are on the same cycle, and they move slightly faster than the bottom blade. So I was just waiting for the right like frame combination that I printed
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I think even like regular RTA runs just like do a super slide setup. But even
You can
that, like,
also roll with hover boots up there
yeah.
too.
With hover boots you can just abuse your rule invulnerability. Is it time to go fishing?
Seems to be.
Oh boy. Everyone's favorite part, except a little bit different than you might expect. So I'm not gonna actually try to catch fish, just gonna try to... Oh, please tell me you got his hat. No, dude. I was hoping you stole his hat. But yeah, you can, if you dive and try to cast the rod right as you're coming back up while in shallow water, then you can move around with the rod and steal the rod. And if you, after stealing the rod, if you go in and out of the water and then either pause or die, you'll have a different item on the B button. It's Deku Stick.
And it's important to not death warp. You will get Master Sword and B. If you death warp, you need to not save and continue.
Yeah, and also important thing to note about Deku Stick. So Deku Stick as adult would crash on N64, but not on VC and GameCube. But because Master Quest is a GameCube only game, Deku Stick as adult just is always fine for Master Quest.
And if you remember when I got that Digistick upgrade, that's for this. I will have Digistick on B for pretty much the entire run now.
And then this is also like sort of a way to get a different item equipped without pausing. Like there are a very few select ways to make your items different without pauses, and this is one of them. Guessing all the way back to Kakariko.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Water Temple is really far out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, and we got the red B button. The best B button color.
That type can be annoying when trying to hash. You need to get all the way up against the wall so you don't target it. That's true. The red B button is what makes this trail possible. Cannot do this trail in vanilla.
So that's a really easy ground clip. You just mega clip into that wall and you'll just always clip through to get down to Darunia's room early. That way you just can skip bombing the rolling Goron. That gives you Goron Tunic. And then cutscene skip here. Cutscene of Sheik trying to teach you Bolero, but using you can like grab the edge right as the cutscene starts, which will make you fall out of bounds, and then you'll void out, allowing you to skip the cutscene. Uh-oh, better go fast. Nice. Made it.
I cut it a bit closer.
Oh, this looks like another quick put away.
This is one of the reasons why we want Deku Stick on B. We use quick put away a lot.
Nice. Yeah, I imagine quick put away is really useful for this because Master Quest likes to use a lot of torches, and one of the damage values that quick put away has is fire damage. So having Deku Stick is really useful for that. Oh, nice. I didn't even know about that clip. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty obscure clip. If that wasn't possible, you could use QPA on the torches, but this is just faster.
Oh yeah, that room has like two torches really far away from each other, right? Like on opposite sides of the room.
There's actually three, two on the far side and one, yeah.
Yeah.
You're supposed to use like an arrow casually to shoot through them. Yeah, this game loves to require dense fire and fire arrows. But spoilers, we're not getting magic.
Was that one crouch stab timed just the right way so it also broke the tile?
I did not intend. I think I actually, looking back on that fight, I think I did like 11 crouch stabs. I think one of them like missed. I think I was doing them fast. But no, it wasn't meant to break the tile.
Okay, dang. I was trying to make you look cool.
I mean, it was.
Yeah. But yeah, this is going around the way to get Hammer. So in Master Quest, you actually get Hammer much earlier in Fire Temple. Right after this fight. Still after a Flare Dancer fight. Just the other Flare Dancer.
And even if we did not have bombs equipped, we could still kill Flare Dancer with QPA. It's just a lot slower because you need to get QPA, jump slash, get QPA, jump slash, get QPA, and jump slash.
Yeah. Now get Hammer and leave again. Another dungeon just halfway done. Yeah, so if you're seeing part of the sword flying, that's because Deku sticks aren't supposed to be used by adult. but adult does have a sword that breaks, which is Giant's Knife. And so when the Deku Stick breaks, it's actually playing the Giant's Knife breaking animation, because that's supposed to be Link's breaking sword. So now back to actually do Spirit.
So casually, you're intended to launch up through the little shortcut, and then come around back down the other way through that jet stream. But we're gonna go the other way. We're gonna crawl space skip without hover boots.
Nice. I didn't even know that was actually possible. That's really cool.
It's very obscure. And as a child, you're meant to come around from the other way. This flame circle goes away after you defeat Stelvos. But this is the only way we can get past it right now. Alright, so I'll explain what's going on here. We're backflipping into the main room of Spirit. We're rolling over to the adult side. We're going to do a hover up, because there's no... Well, we don't have hook shot, but there's no hook shot collision anyway. So we're like... We're hovering up the... So like where the staircase is on the adult side. And then we're side-aiming up the stairs. We're jumping to the hand. We're running up and doing the clip onto the shoulder. And now we're doing the classic statue climb. Getting broken Deku Stick here is important for that jump slash. And now we're doing a semi-new trick. It's a head clip, and this is a boss key skip right here.
Very nice. Yeah, as soon as head clip was found, I was thinking, oh man, this probably means we can actually boss key skip from the unloaded room now. So cool to see a use of that.
And actually, that is required for low percent all dungeons and MST Master Quest, and also it's faster for MST regular for Master Quest.
Nice.
And that is there are some decent visual cues to do that RTA. Time estimate is under 2.5 hours.
So no hookshot here, so can't do the cutscene skip. So just regular slash till dead. Cool.
I have the bombs, why not? We only ever really got to see something like that in old Hundo routes, leaving ice arrows. Yeah, we're actually beating Twin Rova without Mirror Shield. You charge.
Oh man. Oh, you lied.
I did.
Alright, and there's pause number 2. The final pause of the run.
So we need Mirror Shield for Twin Volva. There's no way around that. We need Hammer for Vivagia. There's no way around that. We need Boomerang for the final phase of Baronade. You can use Quick Put Away for like the first parts of the Baronade fight. It'd be really dumb, but you can do it. But for the final part where Baronade's kind of like going around the room, you need Boomerang for that. And then finally Bottle. We need that to get to Fire Temple. And that's a quality of life improvement for getting to Forest and Ganon. Because right now, if you want to get to Fire Temple, we don't have bombs. Can't like Mega Flip or anything. Or a flip shot.
Oh yeah, no more bombs.
So all of these items are required. Unlike Child, where Bottle was not really required. It just helps save time. But for Adult, these 4 equips are required. Oh, and I forgot to mention earlier, but when we stole the fishing rod and died, the reason why we got Stick on B was because we equipped Fury Sword. If you did not equip Fury Sword, you would get Blink B1. So that first equip, it was mandatory to equip the Fury Sword.
And it's over. The worst cutscene's over.
So even though we do have Bottle equipped, we don't have a way to kill ourselves, so we have to watch this cutscene too.
Dang. Okay, so what dungeons have been done so far? So Spirit, Water, DC, and Shadow have all been beaten, right? And
Yeah.
then...
Somewhere half being.
yeah, so still need to do Jabu, Forest, Fire, and... Deku. How'd I forget Deku? Oh yeah, and the light arrow cutscene, or the cutscene saying that the light arrow cutscene is active. I assume we're not gonna watch that.
I hope not.
Same.
It wouldn't invalidate the run if we did, but it would just be a major waste of time.
Yeah. Oh boy, are we back walking all the way across the desert?
No
Oh,
more
this is the only way
bombs.
out, isn't it?
We could Bolero, but there's a
Oh,
reason
right.
why. Well, okay, you could play Bolero, but there's no way to leave Deathbond Trader. So yeah, I guess this is the only way.
Okay, yeah.
I guess technically I could have gotten Minuet earlier and Minuet out, but I kind of want to go this way because of this right here. Well, I guess there was a fairy fountain in Hit the Forest Meadow, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what would be faster, but this is more convenient, I think. You'd have to waste time going to get Minuet.
Inverted cam back walking all the way across the wasteland. Oh wow, that angle for just back walking across backwards is way wider.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
And then you can actually get caught on the other side of the gate, which is nice. And without hookshot, you actually get tossed all the way out over here to the tent. So actually a benefit of not having hookshot this run. Back to Lake Hylia and doing the house clip again.
Fun church.
Yeah, and then this time with the water filled, you can actually head to the Zor's domain entrance.
This load trigger is very high.
Yeah, it extends like pretty much all the way to where the inbounds would be. But yeah, that load zone is usually blocked off by ice, so you have to go in there from out of bounds, but it still works. So King Zora is still in the way because we never moved him as child, but it doesn't matter. Quick out of bounds easily gets past him. So now going into Jabu, but wait, where's Jabu?
We also don't have explosives.
Oh no, this is gonna be rough. I'm sure this guy will help. Just do OOT 3D adult Jabu. Yeah, in OOT 3D, you can actually enter Jabu as adult super easily. There's like a part of the loading zone that sticks out of the ice. You literally just walk on a certain part of the ice and you just walk in. In regular OOT, it's not so easy. You've got to do a mega slide hop clip into the ice right above the water, which is hard enough with bombs, but in this case, no bombs, since they're not equipped. We can't afford an extra pause, so this Tektite's gonna have to be the one that helps us. So hover barely above the water. Do a mega slide up and clip in. Tektite raising.
Even if we did not open the door as child, we could get quick put away again and open it.
And then I gotta do another bombless mega flip here with the Beery. And then this is what the fairy's for. So these electric tentacle things that are supposed to block you off from doors, you can walk through them if you're being revived by a fairy. So you just do that.
That does have one drawback, which I will talk about in a bit.
Oh yeah, that switch there. So you saw he threw the boomerang like way higher than the cow. So that's a really weird switch in Master Quest where like the puzzle is you're supposed to shoot a cow 3 times, and on the 3rd time it would hit the switch. It's actually done in a really funny way where what's actually happening out of bounds is that there's a cow on a hookshot target, and each time you shoot the cow, it raises the hookshot target, which also pushes the cow up. Just like one example of the kind of funky puzzles that Master Quest has. So one thing to note about the Baronade fight is that Hammer doesn't actually affect Baronade at all. So if you saw at the beginning he did a jump slash with Deku Stick, and then that set Deku Stick as the power crouch tab, and then Hammer with power crouch tab of Deku Stick can do damage to Baronade, but actual Hammer slashes would not.
And I'm specifically not using Deku Stick to save them, because the stick count is getting lower. Even though it's on the B button, that doesn't mean we have infinite of them.
Yeah, it's still using your regular stick count. But now it is very apparent why the stick upgrade was gotten in Child.
Yeah, I don't think it was necessary because you could probably buy sticks, but that would be a lot slower, I think. So, earlier I said that having to use a fairy for the tangle was kind of a drawback. That's because ideally we would want to have buds or fish so it gets OI out of here. But because we use the fairy, our bottle is empty, and there's no way to get like a... I just thought of a route improvement. This probably cost me about 3 minutes, but oh well.
Oh no.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I was thinking I'm going to get Blue Fire for reverse King Zora and use OY to leave, but I still want fish for later on, so I still want to get fish. So I'm fine.
You just spoiled the
The
next
route's...
part though. I know you can't get fairy in a glitch bottle because fairies don't revive you unless they're in a real bottle. Plus equip issues as well. So Ice Cavern's kind of weird. There's like these rolling rocks through the tunnels. And then some also like just generally different enemy enemies and like puzzles. This rock's really funny. If you just go through the tunnel fast, it unloads before it hits you. Yes, you have to watch for rolling rocks here. I believe there's a few more than half an A press done though. So actually getting blue fire.
So there's not really a way out. Even if we had bombs, King Zora's still there.
Yeah, so this is what... Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say old Hundo strats.
Yeah.
Just roll through.
Yeah, so that was the whole point of going to Ice Cavern, is just getting blue fire so you can escape that section, because otherwise you'd be trapped in there. Because when you melt King Zora like that, he doesn't have a hitbox for a few frames before he's like fully unfrozen, and so during that time you can clip through him. Not even clip through him, just like walk through him. Death can't be used because if you die and save and reset, you would lose stick on B.
And also light arrow cutscene.
Yeah, and light arrow cutscene. So, and a regular death without save and reset will just still put you in Zora's Fountain. And then finally getting a fish again. This is another quick put away again. That was, it was hard to see, but that was putting the stick away right before he grabbed the ledge. And then this activates quick put away again, so he can have glitch damage that does fire damage in his sword, crouch stab damage. The crouch stab's lighting torches is so cool.
Yeah, it's really fortunate that those two were so close to each other.
And then the boss
And
just...
if you missed it, I took damage from a tile to skip the flame wall.
Yeah, the boss key chest is behind the flame wall, and you're supposed to use hookshot to get past it. You're supposed to like hookshot the torch. But taking damage lets you backflip through it, or backflip over it. And it's very convenient that the Fire Temple boss key is so early in the dungeon. There is a boss key skip you can do, but You have to. It requires an out of bounds hover and no explosives to hover with right now. So at least the boss key is pretty easy to get. And then this is, I assume, what the health is for. Gotta do this fight quick.
So this is one part in the run where I did kind of task it. I kind of had to.
Yeah, because the normal fast way to fight Volvagia would either be weird shots before the beginning of the fight, which you can't do without explosives, or just bombing Volvagia, which you can't do without explosives. So I assume you kind of have to do this fight normally-ish. And you can actually, what he's doing here is stunning Volvagia without doing an attack afterwards. And this is because Volvagia won't go flying yet. Because if you stun and then attack Volvagia, then he goes flying. But if you stun and don't attack, he won't go flying until 3 times. So by doing stun, no hit, stun, no hit, stun, hit, you get a bit of extra damage in less time. And then the boomerang can also damage Volvagia during the fight, or like during the flying phase. And also, if you're seeing the timer freeze, if you press a cutscene item, in this case fish, while in the air, then it freezes the timer. And that's how like the timer was
Yeah, it turns out I was going too fast because I had to waste time at the end there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why the timer was
So
disappearing. That's just
I
pressing
guess
fish in the
technically
air.
I could have. I guess technically I could have put the heart container.
But yeah, that's a neat fight. And then doing Ocarina items on the edge of the blue warp. Do a wrong warp. Gonna die at the same time that the fire medallion cutscene is supposed to start. And he's supposed to reload at the beginning of Fire Temple, and then the cutscene plus trying to reload at Fire Temple ends up warping him to Forest Temple.
So I kind of forgot you use hammer to stun these guys down, but it didn't end up losing me time.
Oh yeah, and you lost the B button. Lost sticks on B.
I'm not sure that was supposed to happen. I'm not sure why that happened.
And then here's
I
this.
think that might be a little mistake. But yeah, this is about 3 seconds faster when you don't pause buffer it.
Yeah, this little cutscene skip, you just catch the fish right as the Poe cutscene starts and you can move around during it. Normally used to get to the basement early, but in this case, just a little bit faster. And then there's a boss key skip you can do here. You can just get over the railings and clip through, and then the boss room is right below the stairs there. Straight into Phantom Ganon's fight.
Yeah, so I think I made a little bit of a mistake. I was supposed to have stick on my B button. I think when I was redoing that, I forgot to equip sword on my
Okay, so we
not
shouldn't
sure
pay attention to that.
Yeah, just pretend that didn't happen.
Okay. Sticks were on B the whole
But
time. You never stop link B.
the more important thing is that we don't have hookshot or bow for Phantom Ganon.
Oh, yeah.
If you remember the All Dungeons vanilla run, they got bow and arrow, so they had quiver for action swap. But we're not doing that. We're using QBA. Because we, right now, cannot actually get up to where the bow chest is because we don't have a strength upgrade to push the blocks.
Oh, boy. Yeah, so normally what hits Phantom Ganon is either like Slingshot, Bow, or Hookshot. None of those are equipped right now. But Quick Put Away does do Slingshot and Bow damage. So, he got Quick Put Away, got ISG, started hovering, and now soon we'll be able to actually damage Phantom Ganon. The hitbox lasts so long. The hitbox with lightning lasts way longer than you would expect.
Yeah, that's what enables that initial hover as well.
Here it comes. He got hit. And so this is how you hit Phantom Ganon when you don't have Slingshot, Bow, or Hookshot equipped.
So you can actually hit Phantom Ganon a little bit lower than this, but you'll also take damage from the attack he does, so it's just safer to be up this high.
Nice. And then regular fight from there. Very cool. Regular, yeah. Oh yeah, so the thing about Boomerang on Phantom Ganon, so the way Boomerang works is that when you throw the Boomerang at him, it makes him spin his staff, and his spin his staff makes him vulnerable for a short amount of time. But usually the other projectiles that make him spin his staff won't also hit him. Boomerang is the exception, where it both makes him spin his staff, which makes him vulnerable, but then also hits him. And so it's a really fast way to just knock him down instantly.
But yeah, that trick enables an item skip for some low percent categories. Because in the past, the item they got for Phantom Ganon was Hookshot. They can actually skip that for low percent all dungeons and low percent GSR now.
Nice. It sounds like a very fun fight in low percent now.
Yeah, you make it a little bit faster because you can use bomb shoes, but it's actually not that bad. It's
Oh,
really
okay.
the initial hover makes it not bad. So even though this cutscene is kind of long, it does put us in a very convenient spot.
Yeah, because your last dungeon to beat is Deku, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so being put right in front of Deku is nice. Oh, I love this trick. So here's a way to get into Deku Tree as adult with no items. Called Mustache Clip.
Very cool.
So yeah, if you get in a very precise position there, you can actually clip through like where the Deku Tree, like where his nose starts or where his mustache starts. So yeah, that's Mustache Clip. And then quick put away being used again for burning the web.
We use that glitch a lot in this run.
Yeah,
I
I like
the MVP this run.
Yeah, I like all the quick put away use. Quick put away is like one of my favorite glitches, and it's like it hasn't quite been used to a significant extent yet. Like in a lot of speed runs or challenge runs like this or anything. This is probably the first one I've seen it like used to this extent, which I think is really cool. Oh yeah, and 312 there, Master Quest does change the scrub order. It's 312 instead of 231. Yeah, so no nuts and no slingshot means you've gotta knock Goma down like this. And double KO.
And it specifically has to be when Goma's on the ceiling.
Yeah, Boomerang only stuns Goma when she's on the ceiling, not when she's on the ground. That's why you have to let her walk up. And then we gotta go back down, go back in the room. For setting up a wrong warp. Yeah, the death was on purpose because you have to re-enter this room without the big stone wall that comes down when you start the fight. And so the death was the best way to leave and re-enter the room. So here, setting up the wrong warp for the classic. Classic Ganondorf, wrong warp to Ganon's castle. Why'd you need the egg? Okay, so the purpose of the egg was for equip swaps. So, because to equip the boomerang as adult, you can only equip it with equip swap. You can't normally equip it as adult. But without the egg, the first item that the cursor would move to would have been... What would it have been, actually, if you didn't have the egg?
Hammer. Hammer.
Hammer. Right, and you couldn't...
And
And while you could equip swap Boomerang over Hammer, that means you couldn't equip Hammer. So you couldn't equip Hammer and Boomerang at the same time. So the egg would be so that you can equip Boomerang over egg for equip swap, and then equip Hammer normally.
and because we don't have a bomb or a bomb tube, we have to go down the castle.
Oh, come on,
I
you didn't
wanted
even
to
do the rock method?
I wanted to do a Hess, but Zelda acts the same way Dampe does, and if you get too far ahead of her, she just stops. But I did intend. I did intend to do a Hess.
You didn't do the clip, but just have the rock damage you instead of the bomb.
Does that work?
I
didn't even know.
If you get the god position for the rock, it would probably require the stupidest RNG manip of all time.
I thought it was required to use an explosive because of the angle.
Pretty sure with an incredibly precise position, the rock can still work.
Well, when I ever do one pause, I will try.
Yeah, I mean that would have been like ridiculous RNG manip anyway. I wouldn't actually expect it. I'm more just joking, but yeah. LOTAD confirmed, yeah.
Yeah, so even though this is LOTAD, I do get frustrated when I see obvious speed ups because I am a speedrunner first and foremost, even though it's a LOTAD. So if that is possible, that would save like 2 minutes, so I would have liked to do that. Even if it was crazy RNG.
How much stuff is not human viable? I think the bigger issue with human viable stuff in this run is not necessarily specific tricks that aren't viable, but doing them without pause buffering. Like, itemless escape, I think, like, there is a setup for itemless escape. It's a ridiculously long setup and annoying, but you can probably do it. But then stuff like, actually, I think the Cucko jump, that seems like the most likely candidate for like being ridiculous non-tasks. But then a lot of enter Jabu, that would have been ridiculous non-tasks. Hovering up to Mirror Shield without pause buffering any of those hovers would have been dumb.
Oh yeah, that would probably be the hardest thing.
Yeah. So like, I think with pause buffers, the things in this run would be doable, but then considering the whole point of this run is low pause, that kind of, you know, defeats the purpose. I don't think anyone's attempted a low pause run RTA. I feel like zero pause 90% shouldn't be that bad. It does have itemless escape, but other than that, I think it's mostly stuff that would be difficult but RTA viable, I think. Oh yeah, I guess any percent, like actual any percent is one pause, right? Or no, I think it's two pause. Wait, is it? No, it's one pause, right? I don't even remember now. Is any percent one pause or two pause? I can't remember.
should be 2 pauses for the equip, and then pausing after you come out of crawl space.
Right, right. All right, here it comes. It's sub 2. All right. Very cool. That was a really neat run. Yeah, it was really cool to see, like, it's really cool this run used a lot of the newer non-SRM stuff, like quick put away, head clip, and Spirit Temple, stuff like that. And really cool to see one of these done for Master Quest too. Since I think this is the first like real challenge run done for Master Quests like this. So very cool.
Yeah, and
Thanks for
quick
doing
put away was
this.
pretty much required because of Fire Temple and Jabu.
Yeah, do you know like what the pause number was before quick put away? Or if anyone looked into
Well,
it at all?
nobody did a run, so I'm
So
not sure,
nobody
but
looked into it or
you
anything?
would definitely need an extra pause for like some fire item probably.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you'd need either fire arrows or Din's fire. It'd have to be fire arrows, right? Yeah,
Because
because magic.
even though the first room of Fire Temple looks like there's a torch lit, it's actually not a torch. So you
Yeah,
couldn't even get stick on being lighted that way. You need quick put away for the first room.
yeah. So it probably would have been several extra pauses without quick put away. But yeah, very cool run. Really glad to see more stuff like this, and especially see stuff like quick put away used more. Yeah, thanks for doing this. This was very nice. Think
Thank
everyone
you for
enjoyed it.
streaming.
Did you guys like it, chat?